amazing video. I couldn't believe that it came out so perfect. It's really spectacular. I love the scenery. That's how you connected with that peaceful music.
So here we have Kamil, who is the flyer and the shooter of the drone videography. So he's the pilot and he's the camera person for this particular shoot in the Philippines. Kamil, can you tell us, very briefly where you are and who you are?
Okay, my name is Kamil. I'm currently living in Poland. I do drone flying and video shooting as a hobby. That was my visit in Philippines, where I shoot all those shots. It was really special place. I never been there before. I'm very lucky that I brought my drone with me. So I used to live in New York for many years. I've been a neighbor with Victor. That's how we met. That Victor is the person that also introduced me to drone. And he gave me the first lessons how to fly it and shoot it. He also told me that the DJI is the only one drone to go. So that was no other option for me, which was easier.
What do you think, was your most memorable, like your favorite shot of that film?
I think it was also one of more challenging shots for me. It was that was those shots when I was flying above the boat and I was trying to go low but not really to hit the mast.
Yeah, there's a lot of those shots in this film.
Right. Yes, I was really practicing to fly just above the boat, because that's when I had the feeling like that it was the most beautiful shots where the drone was really close to the water.
And what about your favorite location?
I think the favorite location it's the island of Palawan, and the town it's called El Nido, which are most of the shots are from there. That's where the boats have been. And also Chocolate Hills. It's really spectacular place. It's really difficult to show even in the video, because if you're there, it's so spectacular. It's an amazing place.
I know you use the Mavic Pro, the Mavic Pro 1.
Yes, that was first Mavic. They just came out.
Can you tell me a little bit about your experience shooting it? How did you shoot it?
It was a bit challenging. I've been shooting from the beach most of the time. I had no experience to go from land to water before, which was a bit challenging. I didn't know drone that much at that time. It was kind of risky to fly for a long time above the water. It was there have also been some distances from the land. Maybe I flew like a mile and a half away. But other than that, I was trying to have fun.
Right, and it's very interesting because this is your first time probably shooting the drone on vacation, and how much practice did you have?
I think that was the practice, really. That time that I was flying there, that was the time that I practiced, and I could feel that it was coming better and better with every flight.
Yeah, so you were practicing your skills on the shoot, on vacation itself. So and that's a very little amount of time to actually master a craft like this. So how did you get the composition right? Meaning, like, how did you get the shots looking good? Having the subject in the correct position, and having the different scenery move around each other, and having the drone be moving in the right direction. How did you get all those shots so great?
Thank you very much for that. I believe it took few shots really to see when I was shooting and playing. I was trying to correct some some movements. When I look at the video that I shoot before, which way to fly, if to fly backwards or forward, and with the angles. So it took really also some practice and time to figure it out what really it would look the best.
So any final words on your video, on this, on your trip to Philippines? Any tips? Anything you want to say?
What I would say, if anyone is planning to go to Philippines, definitely bring your drone. There was not much of the restrictions where I couldn't fly. People never had problem with where I was flying. Even there's a shot on the hill in Puerto Princesa where it's the temple. They asked me just not to fly just above the temple, but I could fly around the temple, which was very nice. And other than that, it's definitely worth it. The scenery, it's amazing. It's a really beautiful country, a lot of islands and beautiful water, and the scenery is just spectacular.
And you're saying that they weren't too restrictive on the drones. Did you ask the people in the temple, or
Yes,
how you just asked them, hey, okay, if I can fly there, and
correct.
And they just kind of you set the boundaries, and you were able to fly. There we have it. This is Kamil Krzeminski, all the way from Poland. Thank you so much for sharing your insights and your experience on your shoot with the drone in the Philippines. And again, this is Victor with SkyTech One, where we talk about drones, tech, and travel. And if you like this video, hit the like button. And if you loved it, hit subscribe and the notification bell. So that's it. This is Victor with SkyTech One. I'll see you in the next one.